Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather. I am a styling, skincare, hair care, self-care enthusiast. I don't have any training in anything. I just have people ask me my thoughts on things sometimes. So I just wanted to start a YouTube channel to share what I know. So today what I'm going to be doing is showing everyone how I touch up my second or third day wavy hair. Because this is my hair after sleeping on it a couple of times, and it's not horrible looking, but and it has a lot of texture. But I want to make it look a little bit more polished. I am going somewhere this afternoon, so I just wanted to, kind of zhuzh up my look a little bit. So here's what I'm going to be using. First, I have my Living Proof Dry Volume Blast. So this is something I use on my roots to kind of get a little more volume on it. I like this one. Living Proof products have always done well for me. I like this one because it actually works and it's not sticky and gross. I can't stand it when products are sticky. So I just, I sprayed it in my roots real quick, as you can see. I'm going to kind of, this word that I use, shoof, which is not a real word, obviously, but I just shoof everything around a little bit. And it helps to give a little bit more volume back in my hair. I have to refresh my ginger this weekend. We're going to ignore that part. Okay. And so then the next thing I'm going to use is also a Living Proof product, this Instant De-Frizzer. So this is going to provide a lot of shine, and it also, I feel like I have some frizzies just at the top here. And actually, you know what? I'm going to use this at the end. I'm not going to use it right now. The big thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a curling wand. So I have this curling wand here. It's already turned on, so I'm not gonna touch it, but it only has the one setting. It's cool because you can turn it like this, and it can, so you don't have to worry about the cord getting all tangled. This one is from Amika, and I think this is at the bottom is like 1.5 inches across, maybe, and the top is like 3/4 of an inch. So you can kind of get all these different, variations. So what I tend to do is I start in the back, and I just kind of pick something up. And so, oh, you can't, that's really weird, the light's doing that. Okay, so now I'm going to take the wand, and I'm curling away from my face. So, and I'm also, I tend to keep this vertical, but that's not because of the curl pattern I want necessarily, it's just because it's easiest for my hand. I know this is like the most stereotypical curl in the world, but it's going to blend with my waves, I promise. So I'm picking up different sized sections, and I'm twisting them around. And that's sort of the basics of this entire technique. And I hold the end like this. It's really trendy right now to have the ends of your curls basically be straight. So I don't want the ends of my curls to totally turn under, but I honestly don't want them too straight either, because I personally, that's not for me. I've seen some hair cutting videos where the last 4 inches of somebody's long hair is straight, and I'm like, come on, that looks silly. What are you doing? That's not for me. I mean, if you like it, then all power to you, but not for me. So I'm curling away from the face. I'm holding the end just for a few seconds. And there we go. So I'm going along the top of my head here. And you're going to see, this is, it's very imperfect. You can see some frizzies. You can see some things that I'm missing here. Some pieces that I'm missing. I mean, so this is going to have to go by itself. Right? And so I just focus on the top for the most part, because this bottom part here, it's really going to blend in. I do sometimes do some of these guys, right? So I'm just curling the bottom so that it blends a little more. That didn't work, did it? So that it blends a little more. Maybe I just have to hold it a little bit longer. But I find that with my wavy hair, this, once I kind of pull it out a little bit, this looks like it could be my natural texture. And that's what I want. I just want to touch it up. So this is only going to take me, I don't know, 5 minutes to do, I think. And so there is a trend right now to use a curling iron or a curling wand to make curls that go towards your face. And so when you make curls or waves that go towards your face, that's going to make the shape, it's weird. It makes the shape really adhere to the shape of your face. And as you brush through it, it gives those old school for these kind of finger wave looking thing. And that is not really what I want to do. For me personally, I think it's a pretty look. It's not what I want to do with my own hair. So that could be something to try if you experiment doing curls each different direction. I personally think it looks more natural on me for all of my curls to go back. But a lot of people actually will take the curling wand and they'll alternate the direction to try to make it look a little bit more realistic. And I think that's pretty cool too. It can start to look a little too 90s if you take too many small pieces, and if you make it too deliberate, if the curls are too perfect, it can start to look a little too 90s in my opinion, because that's when all those sausage curls, were in. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Blast from the Past. I've really been on a Brendan Fraser kick lately. But in Blast from the Past, Alicia Silverstone's character, Alicia Silverstone has stick straight hair. Like I can tell, basically from Clueless, from the other movies and things she's been in. You see her Instagram photos. She has perfectly straight, pin straight hair. And so all this hairstylist did is they took an 1.5-inch barrel curling iron and did the most typical sausage curls for like prom, like 1999 prom. And that was this character's hair the entire time. And it does look pretty, but it looks like so done. And it kind of, I think it depends on the vibe that you're trying to put out there. And I think a lot of oh, that doesn't look good now, does it? A lot of the hair care vibes that people are trying to do right now is like, this is just my hair. So people do spend a lot of time and a lot of money trying to make it look like this is just the hair that grew out of their head. I don't know. I guess it's kind of trendy, but some people are like, oh, I don't want to like trends just because they're trendy, and I don't necessarily want to do that either. But I like that trend. I think that's nice. I think in trying to embrace what could be natural about your appearance, I think that actually helps other people accept things about themselves. It could be the other side of the coin where it's like, oh, I look like this with no filters and no makeup and no nothing. And you don't realize that these people have, they have stylists, they have trainers, they have nutritionists, they have dermatologists, they have, every type of ist on staff. And so it can make you kind of feel like crap if you see these celebrities that have no makeup on or haven't done their hair and they just look perfect. And you're like, why do I keep doing that? I never burn myself with this, and now I'm on camera and I've burnt myself twice. So even when I get to like these parts here, I want this to all go in the same direction. So I'm going to turn this, but like, there we go. Okay. All right. So I think that's pretty much done. I'm going to unplug this curling wand here because the kitten is he's starting to jump on things now, and knowing him, he's over there. He's going to jump on this and get in trouble. So you can see I just touched it up, right? So it's this top layer that's gotten unruly. And if I find other pieces of hair that aren't, adhering to the pattern that I want, then this is still warm enough where it's unplugged, but I can still fix this. I have some anxiety problems. I'm not sure if I've told you before. And if I just leave this plugged in, even if when I turn it off, but I leave it plugged in, my anxiety is going to go crazy. And then I'm going to go to that event this afternoon and I'm going to spend the whole time thinking, did I turn my curling iron off? So I just unplug it. I'm going to put it away before I leave, right? So now let's take our instant De-Frizzer and I'm going to spray a little on top here. I'm going to spray a little on the sides. So what I like to think about product is you can always put more product in. It's really hard to get the product out. So start with a little bit and see how that works for you. Smooth down these frizzies. You don't even, I don't think I ever really use a comb. Like I use a wide tooth comb sometimes when I'm combing through my hair and it's wet. But other than that, I never use a comb. I just use my fingers. So you don't need a comb. The only product honestly that you need to touch up your wavy curly hair is the actual curling iron that you're using to touch it up. But other than that, you really don't need anything. The other two products I have, you don't actually need. I also tend not to use hairspray. I don't like the way hairspray makes my hair feel. I tend to touch my hair a lot and it gets like sticky and gross. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know I don't like sticky stuff in my hair, any sticky products. So that is my hair, updating it for day 2. If there's any questions I can answer for you about wavy hair or about skincare or, you know, anything else in this genre, I'd be more than happy to answer those questions, put them in the box down below. And other than that, I hope you have a super awesome rest of your day. Thanks so much. Bye.